Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing this dusty rose glittery makeup look. I hope you enjoy watching. So the first eyeshadow that I went in with is by Makeup Geek and it's called White Lies. It's a matte white shade. I use this all the time to highlight my brow bone. I just prefer a matte highlight underneath the brow instead of a shimmery one. Now I'm going in with Baby Cakes eyeshadow by Anastasia. It's a very light shade. And I'm going to use this as my transition shade. So I'm just going to randomly blend this along the crease line. You can barely see it, so you can't really go wrong with this shade. But I just wanted it to be slightly in my crease. Now I'm going in with the shade Petal Pusher by Makeup Geek. And I'm going to use this to create my crease line. And today I'm going for a rainbow shape. I'm doing the same techniques that I also did in my previous copper glitter tutorial. This is basically the same version as that video. I will link it down in the description bar, but I'm using different shades. So if you also want to see a copper gold version of this one, I will link it down in the description bar. And if you have already seen it, you might notice that I'm using the same techniques. So I just created a rainbow shape sort of cut crease and now I'm going to blend that out. I'm using a very tiny blending brush by Morphe. And I'm just going over that line and blending back and forth with my brush. So I wanted it to be more blended out and I also wanted the color to be more towards my brow bone. So that's why I'm using a bigger brush, so the application will also be a little bit higher. But I'm still going in with that same dusty rose eyeshadow. If it looks very harsh, you can go, for example, back in with the Baby Cakes eyeshadow by Anastasia and blend it more out, so the transition will be more smoother. And now I'm using that same tiny brush by Morphe and I'm going around the edges to also connect it with my lower lash line. Now I picked up a different brush, but again with that same Petal Pusher eyeshadow. And this is a sort of blending brush, but it's kind of flat. And I'm just going to press this at the outer V of my eyelid. And at the same time I'm also going back and forth to make sure that it also gets blended towards my crease. So the shade on the eyelid blends in the crease. And this is very easy since it's the same shade. So now I'm going to use the Vintage eyeshadow by Makeup Geek and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I just want to darken up that outer V, so I'm pressing the shade and then I'm going to blend it out. Now to blend this out even more, I'm going in with the Makeup Geek Cherry Cola eyeshadow. And again I'm going to do the same thing, but I switched my brush into a brush which is slightly more smaller and dense. And this is a brush by Makeup Geek. There's no name on it and I'm not sure if it's still available, but this one is really nice. And I'm just going to press and blend this towards my crease. Since this is a very dark shade, I'm going back in with my blending brush by Sigma to make sure that there are no harsh lines. And if you want, you can go back in with the Petal Pusher shade and blend this along the edges. Now I'm going in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and I use it in the shade NC15. And I'm going to use this to apply this on my eyelid and to carve out that crease to create a very sharp line. So I speeded up the process because I show this in all my videos. I'm not going to apply the concealer over the whole eyelid. I'm going a tiny bit over the half of my eyelid. Now I'm going in with the White Lies eyeshadow, same shade that I used for underneath the brow bones. And I'm going to press this eyeshadow at the beginning part of my eyelid. Now I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Pink Champagne eyeshadow. This is one of my favorite eyeshadows. It's so pretty and I don't feel like any brand has a shade like this. It's also included in a lot of the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye palettes. So I'm going to press this at the it's not really the middle part, but just next to the white eyeshadow. Now I'm going in with the shade Energy. Not sure how to pronounce this. It's by Makeup Geek and this shade has a soft shimmer. And this one is going in the middle part and I'm also going to slightly blend this on top of the Pink Champagne eyeshadow. Now I'm going in with the Aubergine